Good evening and welcome to Skyline Prep High School. It's the Phoenix Prep Fire versus the Skyline Prep Bengals. And alongside Trey Matthews and Ben Yates, I'm Ryan Posesnik. Ben, we have an exciting matchup on hand today. Two teams getting together for some Thursday night basketball. How excited are you for this matchup right now?
Well, I'm pretty excited, Ryan. I'm here with some pretty good friends of mine with Inferno TV, and it's going to be a good matchup. I've been here before watching Skyline Prep Bengals, and while the Fire are new to me, I think this will be a really compelling matchup. The Fire enter here with 13 wins, Ryan. 13 wins. That's a lot. It's a lot of wins compared to how many games they've been playing so far.
And we're off and away as Skyline controls the tip. And we have a whistle and stoppage in play to begin things here as Carter Funk for the Bengals gets fouled to start things off here. And looks like that first foul is going to be on Cham Oki of the Fire. Their first one coming at the 7:54 first period mark.
I pulled right at Funk's hands while he was dribbling into the paint. And I don't know what they were quite thinking there, but that's not a great way to really start the game. But we'll have an inbound by the Bengals and see what can be just drawn up right off the tip.
Skyline Prep currently waiting for the inbound pass. And it looks like it's going to be Elijah Greer, the senior point guard, who stands at 6'2" to go and inbound the ball. It's always a good time when we have Thursday night hoops here in the Valley.
We'll take a few minutes here just to inbound the ball. I don't know what's taking the delay, but certainly taking a sweet time. Here we go. Finally, the play resumes.
And here comes the inbound pass as the Bengals look to set things up. And here's Grosset on the drive. Passes over on the far side. Here's the shot by Sims and just misses it. Rebound now by Skyline Prep. Passes up on top to Greer. Greer now on the far wing, taking a few dribbles at the basketball. Here's his drive. Passes over on the far side now. Here's the shot up and good.
How about Makai Grosset getting the rebound and making another play as a 5'10" guard. Well done by Grosset to get in there and get the board.
So Skyline Prep strikes first here in this game as there's a nice block and steal. Here comes Grosset again, up on the far side and just misses the layup. Rebound scramble into the hands of the Fire as they look to push pace. And there's the outlet ahead as Stephen Tippett for the Fire gets their first points on the board, and the score is now tied at 2 apiece. Here's Grosset again, passes inside. Another great layup there by DeAndre Sims. As we have a whistle and a stoppage in play here, and it looks like they're going to get set up here for the Fire.
Uniform has to be adjusted. The ref blew the whistle so we can tuck in some jerseys. I'm not sure why that's a bit of a foul there, but we'll keep it going.
Right now on the far wing is Cham Oki. Now Morty Grant has the ball in his hands, being heavily guarded by the Bengals defender. As we have a whistle and a stoppage in play here, and it looks like that foul is going to be on the floor. And it's hard to say who that's going to go on, but that will be a foul against the Bengals, their first of the game, as they have an early 4-2 lead here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, it looked like just a push off from the defense from Brooks on the dribbler. And now we'll have the Fire just inbounding it after just a little hand check by Brooks.
Some early physicality going on here in quarter number 1.
Well, how about DeAndre Sims with the block earlier? Didn't transition onto a make on the offense, but it transitioned straight. It's great defense to have a guy that can just block it at any height, especially when he has to guard the tallest guy here, number 44, Shikani Diang, who's on the Fire.
As Giant passes over on the far side, Oki being sweltered over to Akot. Akot now being heavily guarded by the Bengal defender. Passes back over now to Oki. Oki dribbles the basketball, pass inside to Diang, and Diang's floater's good. Jikani Diang.
Big man with a big move. Can you stop him when he's that huge?
Here's Funk with the ball now, passing over on the far side. Now up top to Greer. Greer being heavily guarded by the Fire defender. Looking to go with it. Now he's going to tee up a three. No good. Rebound now into the hands of the Fire as they look to go and push the pace up here. Here's Oki. Oki looking to get away on a screen as we have a whistle and a stoppage in play here, and it looks like that's going to go against the Fire.
That's Brooks again with a loose
Or
foul.
check that for the
ball foul this time. He has 2. He's getting checked out with 2 fouls early.
So that's the second team foul now for the Bengals with 5:47 left in period number 1. As here's DeYoung. He had that floater the last time around. Passing outside. Here he goes for a teeing up a 3, and he got it.
Great defense by Funk in the paint, but pretty bad coverage on the corner by Sims. Got to get the shooters when they're open.
Here's Greer bringing the ball up out of backcourt, being heavily guarded by Giant. Greer waiting for his team to get set up now. Passing over to Funk. Funk being guarded at the top. Now over to Sims now. Here's Sims. He'll tee up a 3. No good. Off the glass. Into the hands as here come the Fire. And DeYoung. 3-pointer missed. Here's a grid rebound. And putting it back up was Cham Oki. But he got fouled on the play. And that's going to be team foul number 3 for the Bengals. And it looks like that's going to go against Elijah Greer of the Bengals.
Great transition offense there. You got this shooter open who just made one for you a second ago. It just didn't fall in.
Oki misses the first one. And the Fire have an early 7-4 lead here. But Ben, what have been some things that have impressed you most thus far between two teams?
Well, I love how Grosset, smallest guy here, is able to take a rebound from the tallest guy here on the Fire. But what I also love is that tall guy on the Fire can shoot from anywhere and has already proven it. He is a threat, and DeAndre Sims has his work cut out for him in this game.
There's a little too much sauce on that pass there. Now here's the dribble drive from Greer. Passing outside on the far wing now. Here's Grosset now. As the shot clock running out, Bengals are going to have to get a shot up. As here's Funk with the ball now. Passing between 2 Fire defenders, and he traveled with the ball back into the hands of the Fire.
It's a little double dribble for Funk. Really tough defensive coverage from the Fire. He couldn't get a shot off, and they were going to have a shot clock violation if he didn't try something, but that was not the something they wanted to do.
As the Fire will be inbounding on the far side, and bringing the ball up out of backcourt is Tippett. Tippett now over to Acott. Acott around a screen, over to DeYoung. DeYoung now being guarded. Here's his floater. Short. Rebound into the hands of the Bengals.
Great
they
defense
look to
by
go and
Sims,
push.
man. There
and
we
here's
go.
a 3-pointer just off the mark. Rebound, though. Big time by Sims. Rebound scramble again by Funk. Funk puts it up and in.
Sims
Carter
with a great
Funk
rebound.
with a great putback for the Bengals.
Great defense, great offense for Sims. That's how you want to transition.
As what a razzle-dazzle move that was by Stephen Tippett. But it looks... And hold up, we have a technical foul here on Stephen Tippett, who made that incredible razzle-dazzle play. And the Bengals are going to get a free throw attempt as a reward of the technical foul.
That was an initial offensive foul on Tippett, and then disagreeing with the play call, he gets a technical as well. Gives an easy free throw for Grosset and the Bengals to tie the game now. But with that technical, you can now get a lead. Grosset gets it anyway. Now the Bengals lead for the first time off of this technical mistake from the Fire.
So Tippett with the technical foul. And Grosset making the 2 free throws as the Bengals take a 1-point lead. They lead at 8-7. Here's Funk on the far wing now. Passing over on the far side. Over back to Grosset. Grosset back to Funk. And no one in the proximity as he turns the ball over back into the hands of the Fire as they look to go and execute off of the Bengal turnover.
Miscommunication will kill an offense momentum if that happens again. Funk was not expecting to have nobody there. Just drew the turnover. Wrong timing.
Here's the drive by Acott. Misses the layup. Back into the hands of the Bengals. As we have Elijah Greer with the basketball. Here's his dribble drive. Passing out on the far side, and it goes off of Jacani DeYoung of the Fire, so it will still be into the hands of the Bengals.
Fire defense has been suffocating them, Ryan. It's been pretty abysmal for the Bengals to get anything going for them, but they still managed to keep a lead just by 1 point so far.
Here's the inbound from Greer as he looks for Sims on the top. Back to Grosset. Grosset now with the basketball being guarded by Chom Oki. And he passes over to Funk on the far wing now. Funk back to Sims. Sims over to Grosset. Here's Grosset's drive as not much there. Funk's got to get rid of it. Here's Funk's shot and off the ground and rebound into the hands of the Bengals, and tough break there as Elijah Greer turns the ball over back into the hands of the Fire.
That's 2 offensive possessions in a row since the technical foul for the Bengals that have gone the wrong way.
And it looks like we have a backcourt violation there, and back into the hands of the Bengals. So tough break there for Phoenix Prep. Here's Grosset now. Grosset with the basketball, being heavily guarded, passing out on the top to Greer. Greer back to Grosset. Grosset back to Greer. And over in the far side, into Funk. Funk being heavily guarded, passing out back to Elijah Greer. Here's Greer. Here's his floater. And he threw up an air ball as tough break there after the Bengals were able to get the turnover, but not able to capitalize on any points. Here comes DeYoung with a three-pointer. No good. Yeah, back into the hands of Funk for the Bengals. Funk looking to push the pace. Passing over into the far corner. As here's Greer. Tried to draw a foul, but unable to do so. Here comes the Fire. Outlet ahead as Acott rather, traveled with the ball back into the hands of the Bengals.
Careless turnovers for the Fire and for the Bengals have been dictating this game. It's still 8-7 because no one can seem to handle this ball until turning it over. It's not been good for offense on either side, Ryan.
It most certainly has not, and that's going to be key here is who's going to capitalize off the turnovers. As Funk tried to drive to the basket and looked like he drew the foul on the Fire.
Drew a couple hands there. Ryan, I agree with you. I think a foul would have been called in any other game here, but perhaps this is what they want instead. A couple points might come out of this.
Bengals trying to look for their first point since the two made technical free throws by Makai Grosset. As we have a whistle and a stoppage in play, and it's going to go against the Fire. As Funk's going to inbound the ball on the far side. Funk passes over to Grosset. Grosset now, here's his dribble drive and floater. Good! Makai Grosset with the Bengals' first point since he made those last two free throws off of the Fire technical, and the Bengals lead it 10-7.
Grosset now has 6 of the 10 points for the Bengals.
We're just under 1 minute and 10 seconds here left in quarter number one, as here's a dribble drive by Chom Oki to the basket. And he's going to get bailed out there. And he was in the act of shooting, so that is going to put him at the line for two.
Got to be careful there with the active shooting with Cameron Neff in the paint. He went up for it, but got called for a foul. We saw that just earlier with Carter Funk, and there wasn't a call on the other side, but we saw it this time with Neff, and now you have the Fire, Chama Oki going for a couple free throws.
Oki misses both. As we now turn it over to our sideline reporter, Trey Matthews. Trey, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Yates. Skyline is currently on a 2-game losing streak. Recent matchups lost to U-Prize by a score of 83-62 on January 11th, and then they lost to this very same team 65-62 on January 18th. So they are ranked 106 amongst Arizona schools. So the name of the game for them in this matchup is that they got to play a little better defense because their points for is 771, points against is 837. So I think the key for them is that they got to try to slow down the offensive tempo. They're doing a great job right now, but you got to try to make sure that you don't allow any openings to the lane, and you got to make sure that you don't foul, so that way you create those good looks for yourself, both offensively and defensively.
We're just coming out of a 30-second timeout. Thank you, Trey, for that analysis, and we'll get back to you later. 30-second timeout is coming to an end, Ryan. It's still 10-7. You got under a minute left. And after what Trey said about how these teams really can compete, what do you think is going to happen now?
Well, I think, like you just elaborated on, I think that it's going to come down to a defensive battle. And we've seen so far that Phoenix Prep has an incredible amount of size and using it to their advantage. And I think, if you're Skyline right now, you just got to stay aggressive and make sure you get those defensive shots while also trying to go and get those buckets. As that time there, great defensive stop by the Fire and unable to capitalize on the three in transition. As the ball is kicked out of bounds, still going to belong to Skyline.
It was a great idea for a pass. Let me tell you, Ryan, I was almost thinking that was going to work. A skip underhanded pass from half court all the way into the paint.
As here's Funk's layup is good.
Way to go for Funk. Good positioning inside. His coach wanted him to get a paint shot, and there it is.
As here's Acott passing over to Giant. Giant now, here's his drive, puts it up, and that's a travel. A travel there by Marty Giant of the Fire. And with 16 seconds left, the Bengals will have the last shot in the first period. As here's a turnover. As Acott, he'll tee up a three-pointer. Misses it. Rebound now by the Fire. As Giant looking to put it back up and in, and he got it. And we'll see if that's on the continuation, and it is. Count that bucket and the foul for Morty Giant of the Fire, as he makes it now a 12-9 score.
They're calling the foul on Grosset. Pretty late whistle, but he got him right in the air. And he got the and one opportunity. Got to give him credit. Now it's 12-10.
And Giant's able to go and complete it. And the half-court heave from Elijah Greer is no good. But at the end of one, it's the Skyline Prep Bengals 12 and the Phoenix Prep Fire 10. And we had a fun first quarter there, Ben. I'd say so, wouldn't you?
I think it was a defensive battle. I think it was also a lot of mistakes made on both sides. You can't turn the ball over that much and expect good offensive possessions to happen after that. If momentum's going your way, then you got to keep going on smart, fundamental basketball. You're trying the passes that are going to go underhanded. You're trying the double dribbles. The refs are going to see it. They've caught it all game long so far on both sides. They're only 12-10 right now in the score because of all these turnovers. It goes out of bounds, or you carry, or you travel. It's got to be a little bit more fluid. It's got to be a bit more easier, and fundamentally wise, you got to make the extra pass. You can't take another shot if it's right there. If you got an open shot, take it, but you can't keep dribbling and expect progress if it's going to keep turning it over.
Well, a fun first quarter indeed, as we are going to get set up for quarter number 2 here. And the Fire's going to begin it on the far side now. And we're off and away.
Yep, Fire are now dribbling it back into their offensive section. See if they can make a play this time before turning it over. There's the extra pass to Burrell. He goes up, he gets fouled. 4 defenders on Burrell. He will be heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, but Burrell did a great job there. He saw an open lane and he just took it. Great job of him drawing the foul, and he'll have an opportunity to go and tie this game up here.
That just became a huge play, Ryan, as Brooks got his 3rd foul after just checking back in. And it looks like Sims will be getting him out. Or correction, now it'll be Kamga checking in. But who is he going in for? No one's coming off the floor. There we go. There's Brooks checking out with his 3rd foul. Having a rough night so far.
So Comga checking in for Brooks.
That makes 1 free throw for Burrell there. It's just a 1-point game for the Bengals as they come up with Grosset. Full court defense by the Fire. Grosset keeps it. He goes inside of the free throw and loses it. A travel for Grosset. Ryan, I was saying it earlier. More travels, more turnovers.
Well, and we've been seeing Phoenix Prep just come out with sweltering defense early on, clogging up the passing lanes. And we've seen passes every time Skyline has the ball on offense. They just don't seem to be fluid enough. That's a tough break there as
Offensive
Giant
foul.
is going to be called for the offensive foul.
It's an offensive foul there on the Fire's Morty Giant, who came inside and got Carter Funk to draw the foul and give the Bengals the possession. Now it's Funk inside. He gets blocked, but it's a foul. Funk might be headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, it looked like Funk was in the act of shooting on that play, and well, it looks like he's standing over by the free throw line as we're still waiting for confirmation, and
It was not in motion of the shot, is what the refs are calling here.
but that is going to be, but bigger news though is that is going to be foul number 2 on the Fire in the 2nd quarter. And we're not even in a minute in.
Foul trouble early, Ryan. We have Brooks sitting out right now because of it with 3. But like you said, now the Fire are experiencing their own foul trouble as Giant just pulled another one. That was not a shooting foul as we have DeYoung coming in for Cool Acott.
If you're the Bengals right now, you have to get points on this possession to go and extend your lead. I know you're only leading by 1 point now, but you got to go and just continue that momentum.
Well, a good lead, Ryan, I would say is more than 5. And right now, this is not a good lead that I'd say is safe from anyone. And I think a safe lead, you're talking about 10 or more, but this is a very dangerous spot for both teams. This is a back-and-forth battle on fouls and turnovers and defensive possessions. Offense has been not as momentous so far, I would say, not clicking on either side at the moment. But with these turnovers, with the fouls, with the defense, it has been close. And it probably will stay that way throughout the game as we wait even more minutes for this ball to be checked in. They go with drive inside, foul. That will go to the free throw line for Grosset.
Grosset, give him credit. He's been aggressive all game long, getting to the basket and getting a chance for 2 here. That's big for the Bengals.
A fluid shot for Grosset. Not even a touch on the rim. Putting it up by 2. Another flawless shot for Grosset. Your now 3-point lead for the Bengals.
Yeah, we'll see what the Bengals can do here on defense as the Fire have come out aggressive all game long. Although both teams have done a good job, I think, of matching each other's intensity level and aggressiveness to this point.
As Comga got called for a defensive foul against their big man DeYoung. Neff on the corner. Shot taken. Does not go in. The Bengals rebound. They are running up the court. 4 on 5. Corner 3 does not go in. Rebound by Funk. Pass out to the top of the key. A new play here for the Bengals. That's Murray for 3. Doesn't go in. Another missed shot opportunity for the Bengals. It's a Fire run up the floor. It's a 2 on 5. Shot. Does not. Back off the rim. The speed of this game has just changed tremendously. Pass inside. Shot taken. Barely rolls out. Fire rolling up the floor again. Pass to the corner. Back to the wing. Shot. Take off the back again. And that is still the Fire's possession. Ryan, I couldn't even stop looking back and forth with that. Our heads were turning left and right throughout that entire play.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've just seen some high-paced basketball right before our eyes there, Ben.
And not a single shot was taken or made in that. And a foul.
And it looks like Chom Oki of the Fire traveled with the ball.
Move the pivot foot, you see what happens. Refs will see it. Bengals now have the ball again. Murray getting double teamed, passes inside. Lay goes in. The Bengals are up. Kamga with the layup. 16-11, a 5-point lead. DeYoung with the ball. Passes to the top. And it goes in. Wow. A great shot by Oki. And that's 16-14. They just cut the lead back to 2 for the Fire. Carter Funk driving inside, takes a shot, doesn't go in. Rebound by Kamga, blocked, stuffed by DeYoung. Fire rolling again, a spin around to the wing. Jumper goes, and it does not fall.
And it looks like there's going to be a foul going against the Bengals, and it's going to be on Cameron Neff.
Bad box out. Can't box out a defender and move him like that, especially when the defender's in the air with a rebound to play.
And here's a dribble drive inside by Oki, and looks like he's able to draw the foul, and it looks like that's going to be back-to-back fouls on Cameron Neff of the Bengals. And Ben, this has been a bloodbath thus far between two teams. We've seen both of them just come out aggressive on both.
It's still close. It's not a snooze fest here. This is defensive basketball at its finest.
And it's going to be tough to say who we have the foul. Oh yeah, it's going to looks like it's going to go against the Fire.
It's Kenyon Matthews that just got fouled there. And I'm unsure what it was, but the Bengals behind the back pass. Kamga misses the layup. Oh. Well, I don't know how to really elaborate on what just happened there, but Stephen Tippett tried a between-the-legs pass through the Bengals' legs. It did not happen. It actually went for a kickball violation instead. The Fire will retain possession after a wild idea for a pass. Tippett drives, shots. It goes in. Fire up now again. It is tied 16-16 with 4:30 to go. Kamga loses the ball for a moment, then he really lost it. The Fire now have it again. Burrell on the wing, driving inside, kicks out to DeYoung for 3. Off the top of the board, it's out of bounds. It is Bengals possession.
Yeah, great job there by Tippett as he's able to go and tie the game there. And with 4:15 left, we've just been seeing the same thing over and over, just both teams going aggressive on each other, playing lockdown defense.
And that was a great shot by Gross. It didn't go in. Steal attempt by Murray. Leaves an open man in the corner. He gets fouled in the corner. 3 free throws are coming Burrell's way.
Yeah, tough break there for Elijah Greer as he was able to play a little bit too over-aggressive defense there. And Burrell did a great job of drawing the foul, and he'll go to the line looking like for a potential 3-shot free throw line opportunity.
And there goes one. That is the lead retaken by the Fire. 17-16 with 2 shots to go. Another one there.
But again, I think like if you're the Skyline Prep Bengals right now, you have to make sure that you get your ball movement going, because the Fire have just done a great job of going and clogging up those passing lanes and making it hard for the Bengals to get anything going on offense. As here's a layup there by Makai Garosset.
Makai Garosset with a great layup. What a pass.
And just as I say that, they're able to go and get a beauty there.
Open shot for DeYoung, does not go in. And now Murray runs down the floor, pulls a foul.
Murray for the Bengals did a great job of just pushing the pace there. He got the rebound and just went up the court and was able to draw the foul there. And that's going to be foul number 5 for the Fire here in period number 2, and 2 shots
And that was Nate
for
Burrell
Murray
that
at the
got
game,
Murray.
on the line here.
It was Nate Burrell that got Murray on the drive. And that was also Burrell earlier that missed 2 of those 3 free throws. And Murray just missed his first of 2 coming. They have the lead after Grossett's fantastic layup from earlier. But this will put them up 2. He misses it. DeYoung has the board. Fire rolling again. Baden passes out. Fire. It goes in. A great shot by Kai Salter.
So back and forth here in the last couple minutes. And we have a foul going against the Bengals.
That was an illegal screen by Jordan Kamga. A little bit of a disputed call there by the Bengals, but a turnover nonetheless. And now the Tippett brings the ball back up, takes the open shot at the key. No good. Bengal get the board once again, down by just 1. The Kamga inside. It goes in. Right around DeYoung.
Great pass there from Murray to Kamga. And he's able to lay it up and in, and now the Bengals lead by 1. But don't turn your back now, as here come the Fire.
Salter got fouled there on the pass to DeYoung. We are now going to pass it over to Trey Matthews as these free throws are being taken by Salter. Trey?
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Ryan. So something that I've been liking from the Bengals so far is that they're not settling for the three-point shot. So when the well runs dry, your best bet is to go into the lane to try to get the layup, obviously, and maybe the referee will reward you with a couple of freebies at the line. So something I'm just liking from Skyline, and maybe this can turn into a bigger lead, is just like do not settle for jumpers or three-pointers. If it's not there, go the old school route and just try to get yourself into the lane to make yourself wide open.
Thank you, Trey. Always a pleasure.
Great analysis there. And, yeah, I agree with what Trey said because, look, we've seen that the Bengals have been aggressive in doing so. They haven't been settling for the three-pointer. They've been aggressive trying to get their ball movement, although the Fire have played aggressive on defense as well. As a rebound scramble there.
Grossett is doing a phenomenal job of keeping the ball in their hands. Another shot was taken. That was 3 or 4 shots that just did not go in. Another very confusing call, but it seems to be the Fire's possession once again. Ryan, you were saying earlier how the three, like Trey was saying, how the 3-point shots are being taken, but they're not necessarily being taken in a smart, passive way where it's fundamentally sound to take the shot right now. For both sides, they've been doing that.
Well, and in listening to, head coach Jordan Baker of the Bengals, he just said, that he wants his players to, be aggressive in taking the shots for the 3 when they are available.
Tippett got called for a travel there. But yeah, like you said, these shots being taken could probably be driven in for better in the paint. Fire have definitely been doing that. It's a foul against DeYoung on Kamga, who will be heading to the line for a couple free throws.
Yeah, Kamga had a nice ball fake there. He missed his first layup attempt, was able to get the rebound, put it back up and draw the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2 to go and increase the Bengal lead.
Wow, first one was money. Nothing but. Up by 3. Kamga has been impressive, Ryan. I mean, he really has done well here, inside, outside. He's been a great defender against the Fire.
Yeah, he's been great on the boards for the Bengals tonight thus far. Been bringing that type of aggressiveness as here's an attempted steal. And tough break. Tough break there for Greer as he slips and falls out of bounds with the ball.
It's a good hustle play, but can't ask for anything more from Grossett there. He's been doing everything all night already. Or Greer.
Now we'll see if the Fire are going to respond on this possession.
A volleyball pass to the outside, back into DeYoung. DeYoung with the lay, does not go in. The hook fails on that attempt. Grossett near the travel there. Murray with the ball. Murray drives, kicks.
Oh,
Sims,
what a feed!
layup. Easy layup for DeAndre Sims.
Murray doing a great job of facilitating the point thus far, finding Sims inside with a razzle-dazzle pass, and the Bengals currently lead by 5 with just under a minute left.
Salter shakes him off, takes a shot into air. The Bengals, Murray and Grossett dribbling down. Grossett inside, double dribble. Double dribble called against the Bengals on Grossett with 41 to go, up by 5. They got about 1 or 2 more possessions coming out here, Ryan. What do you think is going to happen at halftime with the adjustments?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're the Bengals right now, your main goal is to keep up the aggressiveness, as they have been all game long.
Murray drives inside, misses the layup, but Sims gets it back, misses that. Komka, no! 3 Bengals, 3 misses, open shot, and Tippett just puts it in. It is a 3-point game. Clock is winding down, 15 to go. Murray has to hurry it up. 10 seconds to go. Greer getting double teamed to Murray. It goes out of bounds off a tip of the hand. Fingers just roll it off. And you get one last shot for the Fire to potentially tie at the half. 3, 2, 1 shot. Does not go in. It is halftime, 24-21 for the Bengals. They are entering the halftime with the lead, and that is the end of the first half. And we have Trey Matthews coming in from the sideline. Trey, what did you think about that half?
Well, I talked about it in my first hit, which is that Skyline needs to rely a lot on their defense because they do score a decent amount of points. Unfortunately, it gets exonerated with the amount of points they let up. So I liked how they finished this half. They're up by 3, but they got to try to get more stops. So you can't miss a basket and then give up 2 layups. It just can't happen. So what they got to do is that they got to do what I did, like I said in my second hit, which is don't settle for the 3-pointer. Try to get yourself open in the lane, and maybe you'll be rewarded with a couple freebies even if you don't convert on the layup. So I think that's the name of the game for Skyline, which is just got to play a little bit better defense, but I like what the offense has been doing so far.
But if you're head coach Jordan Baker now of Skyline Prep, what do you tell your team going into halftime? I mean, you're obviously up right now 24-21, but what do you think, his message is going to be to his team?
Well, similar to like I said, you can't give up, you can't miss a basket and then give up 2 layups. So you got to try to find that consistency when it comes to stopping and just trying to clamp down on defense. So was it the perfect first half? No. But at the same time, I think they're liking where they're at right now. And basketball is a game of runs, so all it's going to take is for them to go on a 5-0 run, and they'll be in great shape.
Well said there, Trey.
We'll be entering halftime here, so that is the halftime break for the players, but also for Inferno TV. We will catch back up with you all after the half.
Skyline Prep doesn't have a long history being a newer school in Arizona, but they do have a history rich with trophies and winning. Their trophy case is stocked full of trophies, but they have an interesting and good problem to have. Their football team has been to the CAA Conference Championship game for the past 3 years, winning 2 of them back-to-back. The school has run out of room to put away the 3 trophies the football team has received for its recent achievements. It's impressive what the team has done since the school opened back in 2000, Coach Jamari Bryant, who's also the athletic director, shares what it means for the school to be in this position of constantly winning and establishing itself in the Valley.
It says that we're here. It says we're here to compete, we're here to be recognized, and we're here to be one of the best teams in the state of Arizona.
The school looks to win its third football conference championship in 4 years, as the Bengals have started this season off 3-0. I can also tell you there are plans to expand the trophy case in the near future. For Cronkite News, I'm Chase Beardsley.
Well, we're back here from Skyline Prep High School where the Bengals currently lead the Fire 24-21, and we are just under 30 seconds away from period number 3 starting. And another exciting time here in Skyline Prep High School.
Oh, hey, yeah, it's really good, Ryan, to see the game is coming back in a second here. It's been tough back and forth defensively. Offense has been like, iffy on both sides, but, you know, it's going to be great to see another half of basketball. It could be going down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely. I would expect a bloodbath of sorts in this one for sure, as we have seen both teams be ultra aggressive on both sides of the ball. And it should be an interesting one, as the Bengals are going to start. And Funk inbounds over to Grosset. Grosset had a few key plays in that first half, and it will certainly look to see him get aggressive, as here's Funk's shot. Good! Carter Funk get things started off here for the Bengals as they take a 5-point lead.
Funk has the ability to drop 20 on your best player. Oh, and DeYoung just fell down right there. He's not too happy about it.
Deang got knocked down to the ground. No foul called, as here's Okies passing over on the top. Three-pointer no good. Rebound now down low, as great sweltering defense there. Taken away by the Fire, though. And here's the pass outside. No good, as here comes Grosset looking to push the pace up. Passing over on the far side. Here's Brooks.
Wow.
Layup is good.
Look at Brooks. 3 fouls. He's still playing like he has 0.
So 4 early points here for the Bengals, as they're able to force a turnover on the Fire.
That is momentum changing for the Bengals. You're up by 6 and you have a turnover on the other end for the Fire. Ryan, I think we're about to see a bit of a run here if they can keep this momentum and keep it going fundamentally.
Yep. As we turn it now over to our sideline reporter, Trey Matthews. Trey, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, I spoke to Coach Baker during halftime, and in terms of the overall execution, he says he was very satisfied with his team. He said the one thing that he wants to change is the better closeouts, because he understands that they got to play tighter defense if they want to come away with the win. And something that we were talking about in the first half was that they were not settling for the three-pointers, trying to drive to the lane and get the foul or the easy layup. He said that's exactly what they were trying to do, because he doesn't want his team to play like robots. He wants them to play somewhat fluid, and I think so far so good, as right now Skyline is up by 11. Back to you guys.
Yet DeAndre Sims with a tough dribble drive, and it's an 8-0 run for Skyline Prep to start quarter number 3 here.
That is the biggest lead of the game, Ryan. They're up by 11, 32-21.
As there's a floater, no good. Rebound scrambled into the hands of Funk. Funk outlet ahead to Sims. Here's his layup, and he jams it home for a wham, bam, slam. But it came at a cost, as it looks like they're going to, as a technical foul is going to be called on DeAndre Sims after an incredible jam there.
Come on, man. You can't give him, you can't get him like that. He gave the kid some credit. That was a fantastic jam right on his head, but he hung on the rim just a bit too long, a bit excessive celebration. Who cares? Let him do it again. I like this celebration, Ryan. That was aggressive play. Keep it going, young man. 34-22. With the free throws, 34-23.
Skyline Prep with an early 10-2 run to begin the third quarter. And we're 1 minute and 30 seconds in, and so far, they're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, the Fire needs something to go their way. The Bengals are getting everything they want.
As we have a whistle and a stoppage in play, and it's going to be tough to see who's that going to be on.
It's a clock foul that's going on right now. Just a clock malfunction that they're trying to fix right now. Just 5 seconds off the clock is all they're doing. No foul has been called, just a resetting of the play.
Here's the inbounds pass from Oki into Giant. Giant now on the drive, being heavily guarded. Passes out to Oki. Three-pointer. Good!
That's a good shot. You got to take him when you got him.
As Skyline looks to go and answer. Here's the pass inside to Sims. Sims blocked at the line, and looks like a little too over-aggressive defense there by the Fire, as the foul will be called. And DeAndre Sims is going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
It was 3 defenders on Sims, but it will be Burrell that will take the grunt on that foul. As he has now gotten 2 fouls, defensive fouls against the Fire.
And the first free throw by Sims, he misses it. But let's talk about that dunk that he just did there on the other end. How incredible was that?
Well, I mean, it's great verticality. I didn't think he was even going for a dunk until I saw his hand touch the back of the rim, Ryan. But that's the kind of athleticism this team can bring day in and day out. They can get up there, just about any one of them with the best in the nation. They can get up to the rim and jam it over your tallest dude.
Here's Oki's jumper, no good. Rebound scramble, tapped away and back inside again as Morty Giant able to go and put it back and in, up and in, and cuts it down now to a 6-point Bengal lead.
Don't look now, but the Fire are coming back with no one stopping them from doing so.
Here's Burrell passing on the far side. Three-pointer no good. Rebound scramble, and it looked like that was off the hand of Carter Funk for the Bengals, and it will stay in possession of the Fire.
It was a fair defensive play, great rebounding effort by the Bengals. However, they still give the ball up to the Fire.
And a great aggressive shot there by Giant,
That was too
cutting
easy.
the Bengal lead now to 4.
That looked too easy for him. Oh, and a foul again. Who was that?
That was Chum
O'Keefe.
Oki. That foul's going to go against Chum Oki of the Fire. A little bit too over-aggressive on that play.
That's just not a really good idea. I mean, you're just letting them take that foul from you now. Don't allow them to do that. If you want to get in foul trouble, both teams are already in foul trouble. You don't want to get it going again this early.
As here's Elijah Greer being heavily guarded, passing on to the far side. Here's a three-pointer, no good. Rebound now into the hands of the Fire. As Oki pushing the ball up, pass right behind. Here's a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound by Grosset as he's looking to push the pace up into the far corner now. And here's a nice pump fake, unable to capitalize as Greer back into the hands of the Fire as they look to push it up. Tippett with the ball, he'll tee up a three, no good. Rebound now into Greer. Greer, few dribbles of the basketball as we have a whistle.
Being called for a carry.
And as Elijah Greer of the Bengals carried the ball a little bit too much there.
Seems that no one will agree on that call right now. But however, we'll move on. 34-30.
Three-point attempt, good. Chum Oki.
An 11-point lead just got eviscerated off the scoreboard. It is now just a 1-point lead for the Bengals again.
Bengals need an answer right here as here's Brooks taking it to the basket and lays it up and in.
Wonderful move inside by Brooks. Got him on the fake and the pass.
But here is a three-point attempt, no good. And it looked like Burrell of the Fire got knocked to the ground as Makai Grosset played a little bit too over-aggressive defense there.
I don't know about that. That was a bit nitpicky in my opinion, Ryan. I don't think that's very fair.
Here come the Fire as almost a takeaway on that play, and how about that?
We had a wedgie.
That's something you definitely don't see every day in basketball, as the rim played some good defense on that play.
Oh yeah, Ryan, when you get a wedgie, you gotta celebrate it. I think that's in order for an In-N-Out milkshake after this game, seeing a wedgie is just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'd have to agree with you there, partner, as here's a fadeaway by Oki, no good. Rebound by Greer, up ahead to Grosset. Grosset now looking to set things up to Greer at the top of the key, being heavily guarded. As great sweltering defense there by Morty Giant, but it will still belong in possession of the Bengals. And we're 3 minutes and 32 seconds from period number 3 being in the books as the Bengals lead at 36-33. And after they started the first minute and 30 seconds of the third period, going on an incredible run, they've cooled off since. Here's Sims. Sims passing on the far side. Here's a three-point attempt. No good. Into the hands of Burrell. Burrell pushing the pace over on the far side. Passing over now. Great ball movement by the Fire as a three-pointer is wide. Back into the hands of the Bengals as Greer looks to get the point set up for the Bengals. And here's his drive inside. Here's a floater. No good. Rebound scramble into the hands of Sims. Taken away by the Fire, though. 2-on-1. And that time around, a
Great.
turnover on the Fire. Tough break there as Morty Giant tried to go and drive to the basket.
Great job
But-
by Elijah Greer to be in there, taking the charge, giving the ball back to the Bengals, taking away from the Fire just for standing in there on your ground, dying on that hill. Greer, great job. Give him a thumbs up, Ryan.
As here's a three-pointer in the corner. No good, just wide. Back into the hands. As great sweltering defense there by the Bengals as they now have it. Here's Grossett. Here's his floater. No good. Rebound again. Burrell has it for the Fire and turns the ball over. Here's Greer. Dribble drive. Got it!
Way to go for Garcia and Greer for not giving up on that play, getting 2 different steals in that one possession.
As
And
great
another
sweltering
one.
defense again by the Bengals. And Jordan Kamga coming up with the ball as it looks like we're going to have a foul in transition. And that will be team foul number 3 for the Fire in period number 3 of this game.
Yeah.
And momentum quickly going the Bengals' way here after it was for the Fire for a while.
The Fire took away all the momentum in the room for the Bengals, and now it seems that they're getting it back.
As there's an attempted steal by Tippett of the Fire, but still belonging into the Bengals as Greer is going to be inbounding just in front of our broadcast booth. And here's the inbound as Greer passes over to Grossett now. Grossett being guarded at the top of the key by Giant. Passing, looking for it on the far side as here's Kamga. Here's his drive to the basket. No good. Rebound by Burrell of the Fire. Passing over to Giant. Giant looking to bring the ball up out of backcourt. Passing on the far side. Great ball movement there by the Fire. Passing again on the top to Tippett. Tippett now being guarded by Greer. Here's his drive into the corner. And here's a three-point attempt. Bounces off, no good. Back into the hands of the Bengals.
Three-point shooting has been a big thing for the Fire. Miss or make, they will keep firing that shot.
As we have a whistle and a foul here, it's going to be going against Morty Giant of the Phoenix Prep Fire. And that'll be team foul number 4 on the Fire. So all the Bengals have to do is draw one more foul, and they'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. As great sweltering defense there by Kenyon Matthews, but he's able, it still belongs into the hands of the Bengals.
Yeah, it is, again, defense has been great on both sides. There's not been one possession that was uncontested. Every shot has been difficult. Every possession has been earned. And everything that will, at the end of this game, you can have full confidence saying that whoever wins this game has rightfully earned it.
Here's Brooks. Great ball movement, passing to Grossett. Grossett's three-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Kamga inside to Grossett. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. And it looks like that's going to be team foul number 5 on the Fire. So the Bengals are able to get into the bonus, and they'll shoot free throws in the last 1 minute and 14 seconds that we have left here in period number 3.
And that seems to be Salter's first foul of the game. But that is not Grossett's first time at the free throw line. He's been pretty good. Just missed that one, but he's been on fire from everywhere today.
Yes, Grossett has been ultra aggressive all game long indeed on both ends of the floor and on especially offensively, getting those crucial drive-in baskets. As here's a good rebound by Brooks and a second chance opportunity for the Bengals here. Great ball movement as Greer. Here's his dribble drive. Going up. And tough miss there for the Bengals on that play as the ball goes out of bounds, but it will still belong into the hands of Skyline Prep.
You got to give it to Elijah Greer. He's so upset with himself for not getting that in. He went through 3 defenders, and it just rolled in and out.
As that time around, Greer traveled with the basketball back into the hands of the Fire. And with just under 1 minute left, it is the Bengals 38 and the Fire 34. Or excuse me, 33.
Oh, a
Great sweltering defense again. Here's an attempted steal there by the Fire, and looks like that foul's going to go against the Fire.
Oh, that.
So Makai Grosset.
A very lucky break for Grosset when he got fouled just before he turned it over.
And he'll shoot a pair to try and extend the Bengal lead. Here's his first attempt. And with a swish of the net, he gets free throw number 1.
That's a 6-point lead. You can't feel too comfortable, Ryan, because you just remember not too long ago, a 10 and 11-point lead were erased by the Fire not too long ago.
Grosset knocks down 2 free throws and makes the Bengal lead now 7. As here is Acott. Acott now passing over to Tippett. Tippett with the ball being guarded by 2 Bengals defenders. Out on top to Matthews. Matthews up to Tippett. Tippett passing in the far corner. Tippett's three-pointer. Good! Stephen Tippett with a 3-point knockdown for the Fire, cutting into the Bengal lead.
That shot was far outside, Ryan. He was shooting that from our spot here.
Here's the drive by Greer as whistle and a foul. Now it's going to go, it looks like.
Against DeYoung.
Yeah, against DeYoung of the Fire.
DeYoung may be
Greer
in foul trouble now, too. Brooks still out there with 3, by the way.
Here's the first free throw attempt, no good for Elijah Greer. And depending on what happens, it looks like the Fire are going to get a last shot attempt of the third quarter, depending on what happens here. As here's an inbound now over to Acott. Acott, he'll heave a three-pointer, just misses it. And after 3 quarters, it is the Skyline Prep Bengals 41, the Phoenix Prep Fire 36. And we had some big-time plays in period number 3 as we saw a highlight reel dunk by DeAndre Sims. We saw the Bengals get out to an early 10-2 run, but it quickly evaporated as the Fire were able to cut into that. But nonetheless, the Bengals go into quarter number 4 with a 5-point lead. And Ben, what is it going to take in order for the Bengals to secure this lead? And on the flip side, what's it going to take for the Fire to go and play the equalizer?
I will say for the Bengals, what you want to see is what they did in the third quarter. When they had momentum, they held on to it and kept driving with the ball to the bucket. That's how you get easy shots inside and keep it going through the entire team. And then do it on defense as well. Keep getting the steals, get an easy turnover by the Fire. For the Fire, what you want to do is stop taking all these careless 3-point shots. When you're making them, it's great. You're getting back into the game. But when you're missing them, you allow the Bengals to keep that momentum going. So if you're the Fire, less shots outside, more shots inside. If you're the Bengals, keep doing what you've been doing. Keep that momentum going and drive it inside against these guys that are getting into foul trouble. And we have Trey Matthews on standby on the sideline. Trey, what do you got for us this time?
Well, I want to piggyback off what you guys just said, but basketball is a game of runs. So we saw the Bengals go up 10-plus during the course of the third quarter, and now here we are, the final quarter of regulation, and they're only leading by 5. So the thing that they have to do, similar to what Coach Baker said at halftime, you got to get better at your closeouts, and you got to try to smother the defense. And as we can see, a deep three-pointer there by the Fire. So that's what you got to do. You got to close out a little bit better. You cannot give them an inch of breathing room to operate. Otherwise, you're just playing with fire. No pun intended.
Thank you, Trey. It's always hilarious to have what you have to say, hear what you have to say, especially when there's puns added in so rightfully. Just now what happened, we saw the lead get taken down again, and a turnover by Elijah Greer, allowing the Fire to keep the ball and have a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Yeah, tough break there by Elijah Greer as it was great sweltering defense there by the Fire. And don't look now, but the Fire are rising.
Yeah, the Fire is cooking up now. It's heating up. And the smoke is billowing. Momentum is in their direction right now. As you have a pass out to the outside, DeYoung for 3, no good. Murray drives up for the Bengals. He passes. Kumga misses. Fire rebound. Pass all the way. A shot outside on the key. Kumga, DeYoung open, doesn't take the shot, drives against Kumga, and he travels. Careless turnover once again for the Fire on a dribbling play. You have the Bengals now with a chance to keep that lead and put it up a bit more.
Yeah, DeYoung that time just one too many steps. And a crucial turnover there for the Fire. Back into the hands of the Bengals.
Acott guarding Murray. Murray passes to the corner for Sims. Doesn't go in. Not 11.
Wow, great sweltering defense there by the Bengals. Able to get it back.
Gibbet through 3 defenders. Doesn't get fouled. They call it a turnover on Gibbet. It is the Fire with possession. A shot taken straight up, doesn't go in. Garcia got hit in the back. The pass goes all the way into the Fire. It is a tied game with 6 minutes to go. A steal, a lay, and it goes in. The Fire have the lead. It's 43-41. The Fire are ahead. Full court defense for the Fire. Murray doesn't care. He runs. He goes. He drives in, and it's in. Tied again, 43-43.
How about this, Ben? We have just seen a barrage of points here by both teams.
Another shot. A wedgie! Another wedgie!
Man, we've seen just about everything in this game today, Ben. Highlight reel dunks, wedgies. I think you're right. I think after this, we are in need of a good In-N-Out burger meal.
It is a foul before the wedgie did occur, Ryan. Unfortunately, the wedgie will not count in this case. It was a foul after all. And it was against Kumga nonetheless.
And Oki now with a chance to go and extend, or actually rather take the lead for his team here. Some interesting things happening here lately.
Yeah, we're at a tied game now, or not anymore. We are now a 1-point game, nearly 2-point game now for the Fire, 45-43. Murray. Bengals want something here with 5:30 to go. Murray gets around Burrell, takes a shot over him. No good in the mid-range. Burrell. Gibbet with a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound Fire. Pass to the corner for the Fire. Tippet's shot is good. Huge shot for the Fire.
Wow, Tippett coming up big here for the Fire. Getting some crucial points. And now it's up to the Bengals to respond.
Murray trying to get around that Fire's defense. Gibbet now with the ball. Kumga all the way to the corner for Greer. Greer gets his 3. Greer gets the game back within just a few points. A travel inside, but it got called for a foul instead.
Great job there by Cham Oki of the Fire to go and draw that foul as he was in the act of shooting. They'll get a chance to go and extend the Fire lead here, with them currently leading at 48-46.
46-48. It is 4:30 to go. We will have a timeout here from the Fire. Ryan, we have 4:30 to go, man. How is this going to turn out right now? The progression of the Fire has heated up in the building, and it might engulf the entire Bengals offense?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're the Bengals right now, you got to amp up your defense now, because that and then also being a lot smarter with the basketball as well. We've seen a few points off of turnovers for the Bengals, or excuse me, for the Fire in the last 8 points that the Fire have scored, and you can't have that happen. So you got to take care of the basketball a lot better, but then also on top of that as well, make sure that you don't give the Fire those easy looks.
We ended the first period with only one team in double digits, and now we're here with nearly a 50-point game on both sides of the ball. It's 46-48. The game will resume here. Free throws are coming for Oki. They can go up by 4 here if taken right. And with 4:30 to go, Ryan, every shot does count. Trey Matthews is on the sideline with more. Trey, what do we got?
Thanks, Ben. So I overheard the recent huddle and also what Coach Baker was yelling on the sideline to his team, basically push the offensive pace. So what they got to do is get back to their offensive tempo, similar to what they did in the third quarter. Unfortunately, the well has run a little bit dry for the Bengals, but basketball is a game of runs, so just a simple run and they're right back in it. But time is winding down. It's not on their side, but basically that was the point of emphasis: push the pace and control the tempo.
Thank you again, Trey. Murray got his 2 defenders on him. He passes to Kumga, gets to the corner, wide open, Gibbet. Bang! Gibbet with a huge shot for the Bengals. They're down by just 1.
Man, we are witnessing one heck of a game here.
Another corner 3, this time for the Fire. That's Acott with his 3 right after Gibbet. An answer to put him up by 4 once again, and a foul against the Fire for Murray to take another couple shots at the line.
Yeah, great drive there by Murray. He was able to draw the foul while in the act of shooting. And the Bengals will look to cut into this 4-point Fire lead here with the 2 free throws by Murray.
First free throw does not go in. You're still down by 4. This is a struggle for the Bengals to get back into the lead.
Yeah. Big free throw here for Murray.
Another miss, but Kumga, jump ball. And it is in the possession of the Fire.
Yeah, hard call there as both Burrell and Kumga went for the ball, but
that was a great job by Kumga, though. Yes, indeed. Another shot. Does not go in. Rebound for the Bengals. Murray goes inside, drives, and it is not an and one opportunity. It was a foul before the shot was taken.
yeah, it looked like
And
Murray unable to go and get the continuation on that as they called it before.
that also means Morty Giant has just fouled out of the game. That is a huge loss for the Fire in this match.
Yeah, Giant has come up big for the Fire in this game. Is crucial turnover there by the Bengals.
A careless turnover there for Kumga and for Greer. Not a great spot to put him in. Toe right on the line. And now you have Acott dribbling for the Fire. An open shot at the key. Does not go in. Rebound Fire back to the wing. His shot no good. Gibbet running up the floor by himself. 1v3. It does not go in. Sims with the rebound. Pass out to the... We have a huge cramp for Gibbet. He is in serious pain right now.
Yeah, poor Makai Grosset. He looked like he took a hard foul as he went to the ground. And we'll step away for a moment now.
There we go. we're back, but Gibbet is going to take a seat after an awkward landing after the last play. It doesn't look too serious right now. He's able to walk but limp off the court with some assistance. He's now able to walk on his own, but that was not a great landing there for Gibbet, and a huge loss if he can't return for the game.
Yeah, tough for Grosset there as he took a hard fall to the ground. And for more on that, we actually go to our sideline reporter, Trey Matthews. Trey, what's the latest you got for us?
So the issue with Grosset is that he just sustained a cramp, and it's nothing too serious right now. They're just trying to rehydrate him over on the sideline, but he should be good to go in a few moments, but just trying to get recontrol of his bearings. But nothing serious, just some leg cramps.
As here's an attempt by Murray. Great sweltering rebound there by Sims.
We have a foul on Kumga once again. That's his 4th foul. And that would be another huge loss if Kumga has to come out of this game. Size is everything against the Fire. As the Fire are up 53-49, take a shot in the mid. Acot's shot is no good. Murray all alone going in. Sims down low, doesn't make it. Kumga rebound out to the corner. In and out. Greer just barely missed that one. Takes a charge. Greer with a huge charge taken and a turnover for the Fire. 2 minutes to go. Greer taking his 2nd charge of the game
So
to
the
turn it over.
Bengals are able to force the turnover here. Now the question becomes, can they capitalize off of it?
That is indeed the problem, Ryan. When you do this turnover work and do all this effort, sometimes it does not convert on the other side, but this time it needs to.
As we have a stoppage in play here, and it looks like it could be.
Is a clock malfunction this time? It is nothing too serious. Greer for the Bengals. He takes a shot at the free throw, gets fouled on the jump. He will be taking 2 shots at the line.
And on top of that too, Ben, that's going to be foul number 5 on the Fire. So with 1:52 left here in quarter 4, the Bengals will be in the bonus. Great job there by Elijah Greer to draw the foul and get to the line.
And being in the bonus this time is huge, right, Ryan? I mean, you got 2 minutes left. And Greer making the first shot, you're down by just 3. Dempsey being down by just 4. Now you have DeYoung coming back in for the team. Fire now have the defense that they desire in the paint.
Yeah, DeYoung has added great size all night long for the Fire as he has gotten some big-time rebounds for him. And 2 crucial made free throws there from Elijah Greer.
Now you have Oki coming inside. No.
It looks like that time around the ball went off of the Bengal player, and great
Oki
defense though.
Spins, takes, he gets fouled on the shot. He will be taking free throws now with 1:39 to go.
Oki's been another one of those players for the Fire who have been just aggressive all night long, getting to the basket, and now able to go and draw that foul. And free throw number 1 is good for him. And with the lucky bounce, he makes it now a 4-point Fire lead.
And the ref with a great explanation there. We just heard it. He hit him. Enough said. 4-point lead for the Fire. And all by himself, Murray with a huge shot under 1:30 to go, down by just 2 off of Murray's fantastic layup.
Now the question becomes defense.
Sims fouls. Huge foul again against Oki, this time for Sims. 2 more shots coming Oki's way, who's been hitting free throws as of late.
It looks like we have a substitution coming in here for the Bengals. as Cameron Neff is going to be coming in for DeAndre Sims.
I'm talking about DeAndre.
And some clutch free throws there from Oki again, as the Fire lead it now 57-53. Here comes Murray. Murray now over to Greer. Greer, a little bit too over-aggressive with the ball.
Careless with the dribbling, turns it over.
So now the question becomes, do you foul here in this situation if you're the Bengals, or do you just look for the defensive stop?
DeYoung wide open. Bang for DeYoung! DeYoung with the wide open shot. They're up by 7 with under 40 seconds to go. Murray, and his shot, no good. Rebound Fire. 33 seconds to go. 7-point lead. Greer.
Here's DeYoung as
DeYoung gets fouled inside. Shots will be coming his way. 24 seconds to go. Fire have control.
Well, and DeYoung there, he came up with the big three-pointer to go and extend the lead to 7, and is likely to put this game to sleep with the 2 free throws.
Right, that three-point shot from earlier, Ryan, that was a huge dagger. That seems to be putting the nail in the coffin here for the Bengals. And these two, a technical foul, double T, that's...
And it looks like we have a double technical foul.
They have double technical. They put one on Kaba Murray and another one on Cole Acott, talking back and forth. They cancel each other out.
That's great.
Oh, and another shot by Murray. Might be too late.
As we have a timeout here by the Bengals as they will look to discuss with 15 seconds left. 6-point Fire lead. But what are you, if you're Jordan Baker right now and you're talking to your Bengals team down by 6, what are you telling your team?
Job well done, but it's just a little too late. And I don't know what else to say. It's one of those where I don't know, Ryan. I think the game's over. I don't know what else you want me to. I don't know what else I would say right now. I think this is a really almost said and done. I think you can make a shot here, yes, but then you need to get you get a steal right off the tip. If you can do that, then you're back in the game.
You're most likely going to have to get an immediate foul here, as here is Burrell.
And yep, that is it. Burrell just put in a layup, and that is too much to come back from now. Murray trying again. He gets knocked on the arm.
And it looks like
oh, and that's a huge technical foul on Stephen Tippett. He is out with 4 seconds to go. And that's Murray at the line. He's taking 2 shots now, and another shot might be taken later for the technical foul. So an ejection has just been offered to Tippett. Okay. And now they're down by just 7. You need to make these free throws. Another free throw missed. These are huge.
yeah, if you're able to go and get it down to 6 and then foul quickly here. So Murray makes 2 of 4 there.
That was two little free throws that you needed to make. 2 for 4 is not good enough for 4 seconds to go. I think that's 6 points, 4 seconds. The math would not add up to me if they come back from this, Ryan. But if you're the coach, I'm going to throw it to you. What would you say if they were the coach right now for the Bengals?
Well, if I was the coach of the Bengals right now and Jordan Baker, I would say foul immediately and try and get one of the Fire players to the free throw line in hopes that they miss 2, grab the rebound, push the ball up, maybe push the ball up, towards backcourt to see if you can get a three. But that's asking a lot right now. That would be next to impossible at this moment.
We are now checking back in. 4 seconds to go. We'll see if Ryan could be the best coach in basketball history, or if this comes out the way that it was determined. 3, 2, 1. Greer to the corner. Doesn't take it in time. Game over. On the road, Phoenix Prep Fire win this game 63-57 against the home team, Skyline Prep Bengals.
Well, it was a fun game that we witnessed here, Ben. I mean, we did see the Bengals go off on an incredible run to begin the second half, but turnovers and just much better aggressiveness on defense by the Fire got to them, and they fall victims here 63-57. But if you're Jordan Baker right now, you have to be proud of your team's effort tonight. On both ends of the court, they fought hard, and all you just got to do is make sure to put this one behind you and move on to the next one. As we'll be right back.
Joined by Coach Craig, who is the head coach for the Fire. So what went into the fourth quarter? Because it seemed like they had you in the third when they were up by 10-plus points. What flipped the switch?
The guys just came and they started knocking down shots. We wasn't shooting the ball well from the three-point line as we usually do. We weren't handling the pressure well. We had some bad turnovers where we went on runs. So guys just came. They started taking care of the basketball. They started knocking down their shots. They turned the script on defense. So.
What were you telling your guys down the stretch? Because it seemed like the Bengals tried to make one final push to send it an OT or get the game winner.
I told them just stay composed, just keep working like we usually do. I knew we had this game going into the fourth. When they came and they took the lead, I kind of seen that the other team got started a little bit. So I just told them stay composed, stay even killed, never too high, never too low.
What are you going to take into your next matchup, and what are your main takeaways from this game?
Just consistency, and just coming out from the beginning with more fire. We played from behind for majority of the game or whatever, so just coming out, playing with more fire, playing more aggressive from the beginning.
Can you talk a little bit about the tech that Tippett received?
Tippett, man, that's my guy. I love him. Him and Coach Baker is kind of jawing back and forth the whole game, and said some things he shouldn't have said, so
Well, it's all good, and I'm sure no hard feelings at the end of the matchup, especially during battle. Things get heated, but at the end of the day, we all just enjoy the game of basketball. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Yes, sir. Right on, man.
Guys, back to you to close it out.
All right, Trey, thank you so much for that awesome interview. And the final from Skyline Prep High School, it is the Phoenix Prep Fire 63, the Skyline Prep Bengals 57. Alongside Ben Yates, our sideline reporter Trey Matthews, cameraman Chase Beardsley, and technical producer Tyler Cass. I'm Ryan Posesnik. Thank you so much for joining us on Inferno TV, and we will see you all next time.